The only thing on the menu is the truth, and Maria is serving up huge helpings when Sarah Platt, Tina O'Brien, and Kit Green, Jacob Roberts, invite 3 of the suspects in Theo Silverton's murder round for dinner. Maria's got good reason to be suspicious. Her hubby Gary Windass, Mikey North, has been looking awfully pally-pally with his old flame Sarah. He's also been very quick to defend her when Maria criticized her even slightly. Methinks the Gary doth protesteth too much. And for good reason. Let's put our detective hats on and go back to the night in question, when Theo was murdered. Gary already looks pretty darn suspicious. He's the only suspect who's got a track record of bumping off people he doesn't like, so as soon as he discovered that his busy mate Theo was an abusive bully, all bets were off, especially after he smashed up the villain's van with a sledgehammer. Intriguingly, Maria stood by her man and gave D.S. Green a false alibi, even though he was caught on the street in the back of one of Sally and Tim Metcalf's, Sally Diniver and Joe Duttine, selfies during Swarla's wedding. Kit is still very much convinced that Gary is hiding something. It certainly seems that way. For an added twist, Kit just happens to be in a relationship with Sarah, Gary's ex. The 2 former flames have been looking awfully cozy lately, possibly due to Sarah needing support after being brutally attacked from behind by Jodie Ramsey, Olivia Francis Brown. Gary does have a track record of cheating on his partner, and Sarah's not exactly innocent in that department herself. A passionate affair between the 2 ex-lovers would explain Gary's lack of an alibi for that evening. Whatever the reason, Maria is getting increasingly suspicious. Those suspicions are about to come spilling out in Coronation Street, during a dinner party to remember. The episode begins in Kit and Sarah's flat, with the wreckage of a dinner party gone bad. Broken glass, an upended chair and a blood-splattered tablecloth. What happened here? Earlier, Kit reminds Sarah about their date night and suggests they go food shopping at lunchtime. But when Kit receives a text from Sarah canceling their lunchtime trip, Brody, Ryan Mulvey, teases him that Sarah's had a better offer. Maria overhears and her mind whirs. As Sarah leaves the builder's yard, Kit watches her with suspicion. In the Rovers, Sarah invites Todd and Summer to join her and Kit for dinner. Kit's heart sinks. However, when he then spots her whispering to Gary, Kit suggests Gary and Maria might like to join him, Sarah, Todd and Summer. Gary and Sarah freeze whilst Maria accepts his invitation. What does Kit have in store? Could this have something to do with his plans to propose to Sarah? As Todd, Summer, Gary and Maria arrive for the dinner party, tensions are high as old animosities bubble under. Maria aims some bitchy comments at Sarah, while Kit does his best to get Gary on his own, making pointed remarks about people's propensity to lie. With the dinner party in full flow, Kit serves up the main course, but as Maria raises a toast to the hosts, the sassy hairdresser brings tea to a dinner party as she drops the bombshell, accusing Gary and Sarah have been conducting an affair for weeks. As everyone reels in shock, it looks like secrets and confessions are on the menu. How will Gary and Sarah answer Maria's allegation? Weatherfield is left reeling in explosive scenes as Maria Connor uncovers what she believes is a secret affair between Gary Windass and Sarah Platt, triggering a chain reaction that threatens to destroy multiple lives. For weeks, Maria has sensed that something isn't quite right. Gary has been distant, distracted, and increasingly secretive. Late-night phone calls, mysterious meetings, and flimsy excuses have all begun to pile up, leaving Maria suspicious that her husband is hiding something. At first, she tries to ignore the warning signs. After everything they've been through together, Maria wants to trust Gary. But when she accidentally spots a string of messages from Sarah on Gary's phone, her worst fears begin to take shape. The messages themselves are innocent enough, but their frequency raises alarm bells. Why are Sarah and Gary constantly communicating? And why has Gary never mentioned it? Determined to get answers, Maria starts paying closer attention. Before long, she witnesses Gary and Sarah having what appears to be a deeply emotional conversation in a secluded corner of the factory yard. The pair quickly separate when they notice Maria approaching, only fueling her suspicions further. Convinced she has uncovered a shocking betrayal, Maria decides she's had enough. The drama reaches boiling point during a busy gathering at the Rover's return. As residents enjoy what should be a normal evening, Maria storms into the pub with fury written all over her face. The atmosphere instantly changes. Without warning, Maria publicly accuses Gary and Sarah of conducting an affair behind her back. Silent. Sarah is horrified by the accusation, while Gary desperately tries to calm the situation. But Maria refuses to listen. Years of trust, love, and sacrifice come pouring out as she confronts both of them in front of stunned friends and family. "You think I'm stupid?" she demands. "Everyone can see what's going on except me." Sarah insists there is nothing romantic happening between them, but Maria refuses to believe her. The accusation spreads through Weatherfield like wildfire. Within hours, gossip is circulating across the street. Neighbors begin choosing sides, friendships become strained, and old rivalries are reignited. Some residents sympathize with Maria's pain, while others believe she has jumped to conclusions. For Sarah, the consequences are immediate. Already struggling with personal challenges, she finds herself at the center of a scandal she never saw coming. Even those closest to her begin questioning whether there is more to the story than she is admitting. Meanwhile, Gary faces pressure from every direction. As Maria demands the truth, Gary remains frustratingly evasive. His refusal to fully explain his connection with Sarah only deepens the crisis. The more he tries to protect the real secret, the guiltier he appears. Soon, Maria starts uncovering additional pieces of the puzzle. Secret meetings. Missing money. Conversations abruptly ending whenever she enters the room. Everything seems to point toward betrayal. But as tensions escalate, a shocking truth finally begins to emerge. Gary and Sarah are indeed hiding something, but it isn't an affair. Instead, the pair have been working together to deal with a separate crisis that they feared would have devastating consequences if exposed. Their secrecy was intended to protect loved ones, but their silence has unintentionally created a far bigger disaster. When the truth is finally revealed, Maria is left stunned. Her accusations may have been wrong, but the damage has already been done. Relationships across Weatherfield have been fractured. Trust has been shattered. Friendships have been tested to breaking point. And despite Gary's insistence that he never cheated, Maria struggles to forgive the lies and deception that led her to believe the worst. The fallout becomes even more dramatic when other residents realize they have been manipulated by rumors and assumptions. Several confrontations erupt as blame is passed around, exposing long-buried resentments. For Sarah, clearing her name proves difficult. Although she is innocent of the affair allegations, the scandal leaves a lasting stain on her reputation. Gary also faces a painful reality. Even after the misunderstanding is exposed, he must confront the fact that his actions pushed Maria toward her conclusions. By keeping secrets and shutting her out, he created the perfect conditions for mistrust to flourish. As Weatherfield attempts to recover from the chaos, one question remains unanswered: can Maria and Gary rebuild what has been broken? The couple have survived countless challenges before, but this latest crisis may be their toughest test yet. With emotions running high and wounds still fresh, the future of their marriage hangs in the balance. One thing is certain: Maria's explosive accusation will send shockwaves through Coronation Street for weeks to come, leaving lives changed forever and proving once again that in Weatherfield, secrets rarely stay hidden for long. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Coronation Street News 24.